Hello everyone. It's a new month today, so June na. And it's already general community quarantine. So please take extra care of yourselves, no? Especially today, 'di ba yung virus, 'di ba naman ganun ka 100% or alos di pa nga nagsasubside, tumataas, may all-time high. There's an all-time high with the virus. So please keep safe. While for the stocks, no, last Friday, it was a surge, especially for the blue chip companies. Here we're going to discuss some. All right. And we are, this is our usual thing that we do, right? Weekly stock picks that I think, or you can request also, no, that will go up in the following days. So let's see if or let's see what are the stocks on this video. So please stay tuned and watch this video until the end. Alright, so my name is Kevin Autea. I'm a financial wealth planner and a stock market trader and investor. So I've been investing in the stock for or trading in the stock for like 3 years already. So I also have a job. Now for people like you, if you're watching this, if you are an OFW, you have a job. So investing is really okay, or trading is really okay. It will suit you or suit your needs, your time, your goals. And yeah, that's it, no? Let's see here, because my goal or my strategy here in this video is about like swing trading or the momentum trading. So I can share you insights about that one, some of my strategies here in these stocks that we have chosen. Okay, let's start. First of all, we have SM. So let me just pull down the map here a little bit. So earlier, no, if you guys are watching dun sa mga nag-attend ng free na technical, analysis ko, no, I hope you can apply all the lessons, the EMAs, yung volume next time na siguro na mahaba. Also the MACD, I hope you can apply that one. There are a lot of charts out there. You can use COL or you can use any charts like here. Investagram's chart is very useful, right? So I'm using here 3 or 4 moving averages, specifically EMAs. Here indicator, you can type EMA, then you can click it 3 times. All right. Then here you can edit each one of them, the style, the color. You will use 200, 150, and 20. Okay, so that's different ranges. For this one, I'm using 200, 100, and 50 because if I use the 20, medyo tight na siya. Alright, then volume, then MACD. So, and for my drawing tools, I have like square, the long position, price and date range, Fibonacci, then yung mga lines like trend lines, yan, effective yan. Sige, let's start, no? What maybe causes this stock to move? Maybe we can draw a line there. Let me just zoom that in for its resistance line. Okay, so resistance line again, that's 2 or more connecting lines right there. So let's start first with the MACD kasi so we can minimize or full screen the MACD. So here there's a big gap between the MACD and the signal line. So it's a good sign that it's going on an uptrend on these areas already. You can see a big volume as a confirmation. Then we can see if the stock will test the 200-day moving average or maybe the 100-day moving average first. As you can see here, the orange one. So what's the possible move for this stock? What's the next resistance line? Maybe around this area. Alright, or around this area as well. If we are going to use the Fibonacci retracement from the topmost or sorry, I'll plot it here. And then going down here to the week. Okay, the next one is around at the 78% area. So just to checking, just those are just our checking tools on how can the stock retrace going up, going upward, or it's basically around the 200-day moving area as well. So as you all know, no, as you can see, SM stocks don't usually go as high as like 9%. Sorry, like for this one, as you can see here, when it went down by 12, it pulled back at around 5, negative 11, and negative 9 because this is a downtrend. No? But usually for the stock like this one, 3%, small amount, 7, 5, no? So it's quite often or madalang lang yung ganong opportunity. So it's quite paano ba to? Interesting to see what will happen tomorrow in this stock. So for our risk-reward ratio, it's quite big, right? Because we can put our risk here in this area. Let me just zoom that in. Okay, this area. So we have common points. Then maybe the next reward will be around here or the gain. So that's around 1:1. So 1 yung risk-reward ratio natin. The usual risk-reward ratio must be 2 risk or dapat the reward is twice as equivalent as your risk. So let's say ang risk mo is 1%, ang reward mo is 2. Or in a bigger scale, ang risk mo is 5%, ang reward mo is 10. So dapat the idea is like that. So what's the possible move for this stock? It goes sideways again. That's until 8, no? Sideways, retrace back to this level, no? And maybe it can challenge the next resistance line at around these areas, or let's just assume this area. Okay. Sige, let me just check on that one. Alright, next we have AC. For the AC, it's visible that the stock is continuously going high. The MACD is favoring the movement, so it's going uptrend right here. So as this trend we can see here. So it's favorable. Favorable. Yeah, it's favorable for the stock, the MACD to the stock. And we are seeing a crossover of the MACD to the signal line right here. So it's quite a good sign. The volume is high as well at this area. So let's zoom that in. This is support line. We can put it here because of these 3 lines. The next resistance line will be around this area. Again, it's not that a line, it's an area. Okay, so it's quite near with the resistance area already. Then it's also challenging the 200-day moving average. So it's quite interesting for some stocks. As you all know, the 200-day moving average is one of the variations or indicators that a stock may continuously push up. Alright. So here, but the risk-reward ratio for this one is quite big. Alright, so it's around 1 risk and rewards around 5. Next, we have PPI. We have a lot now. PPI tell. So this is quite very informative video. So as this the MACD is doing good. The MACD is above the signal line and it's cross line or crossing above the 0. So that's another good sign for those who watched my seminar earlier. So let's put a horizontal line here, right there. So what usually happen if the stock has break out from its resistance line, usually the trend continues upward. Let's check first for the 20 EMA of this one. medyo babaan natin. For the 20 EMA, it's about to cross the 50. So let's see if it will totally cross that one. So it's being the 50 EMA, it's being challenged as of this moment. So what where is the possible next support line or resistance line of this one? Let's use the Fibonacci here. So here, maybe around this area, the short one, and maybe around this area for its retracements. So it has a short risk reward ratio with this area right here. So the direction will maybe go at the support sideways or resistance line. No? In the SM or in the AC a while ago, I didn't put the arrow anymore. Yeah, for this one, as you can see, it's quite big also. Two reward, and the risk is 3. So, but there's a good sign with a good volume right there. Next, we have TEL. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on our halfway mark. For the TEL, the MACD has crossed or has a negative signal around here. But it will maybe on Monday or tomorrow, it can cross above the MACD line or the signal line finally, supported by the volume. Let me just cross that one. Looking at the 200-day moving average for this one, it's also, we have a 3, double cross, so 3-4 crossover right here. So we can hope for the stock to continue to rally up. Still on an uptrend right here. Yeah, if you can draw a resistance line maybe here, then a breakout, you can consider a breakout there. And I think there's a pattern with this one. It's like a some sort of pattern that's forming around there. And for the longer trend, we can see here as its resistance line, and the next area will be, let's say, around this area. So the risk reward ratio for this, it's quite big. Let's see. If we are considering the next resistance line, that will be around 2%. And if we are considering this area around 3%, so that's quite manageable maybe already. Why did I choose this area? Because of this point 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, those areas. Okay, so maybe it can go on a sideways movement right here if we can extend the line over there. Next, we have URC. For the URC, let's check the MACD first. It's about to cross, right? So it's the trend is sideways, so we cannot see movements quite clear yet. And the 20 EMA is about to cross or may cross the 50 EMA. It's being challenged by the 100 EMA as of this moment. So there is a strong resistance line maybe around this area. So possibly there's a big chance that if this stock break out from its resistance line here, we can see a uptrend for that one. So because that's the usual trend. So what's the next possible resistance line of that one here? And maybe around, let me check that one. If I will just continue this one right here, so the support line is right there. Risk reward ratio for this one, here. So the reward is around 7%. So if it pushes up tomorrow, so there's a high possibility that it can gain that much. So then, it's parang 1:1 lang pala. The risk is around 7%. But if you will be a little bit more conservative, maybe trim it down here. Yeah, so 4%, you can manage that one already. Because it's moving on the sideways, we can expect that it can go down here. Let me just there, or it can totally break out from its resistance, maybe to that area. Let's talk about Mare. So we have last three. For the MACD, it's quite a good sign. Sideways movement going up. Alright, then let's focus on the stock. Let's check the 200-day moving average. Medyo malayo pa, it's quite far, no? But let me remove now the 220. So here, there's still a huge reversal that we are about to see, or huge rally for it to break out from the um, resistance line of 200. Let's draw an area here. There you go. So the resistance line has finally broken the 100-day moving average. Again, two possibilities are right here. It can be a fake, it can retrace back, or it can continue up to this area, the 200-day moving average. But the volume is quite high. Like for this one, you can see the volume. It confirms the price action right there. So where is the next support line or resistance line of this one? Maybe around, let's check. Let me check with this area. Let's do Fibonacci again. So it's it's quite simple to use the Fibonacci. So it's just plot it at the top most, plot it at the bottom most. Then the lines you can see here, those are the retracements. Those are the possible support resistance line. As you can see here, it perfectly hit the 50% retracement from its bottom. Okay, so if we are using, or we will check on this one, the risk of this one is around here, 2%. Then the reward, if the 200-day moving average will be challenged, that's around 5%. Then if the ideal resistance line, so that will be around 7%. Then MEG. Marami to, no? There are times that I only have one or two, so for today it's quite exciting because we have a lot of choices today. You have to make the right choices now. So maybe someday, no, if the economy continued, a vaccine will be available soon. So the stock might. So that's what the experts are saying also, no. They say na if there's a vaccine already available, then wala na tayong magiging problema. So that's what they are usually saying. Okay, game. Here, how can we draw this one? Let me draw a Fibonacci here. Retracement right here. So it's at a support resistance area. The next one is maybe here. The MACD is about to cross above the zero area or cross line right here. Above, it's supported by a high volume. Okay. Then actually we can draw a line here, but yeah, never mind. So long position, the risk reward ratio for this one, it will challenge the 100-day moving average at around 11%. Wow, it's quite big. Or here, maybe we can draw a small resistance line right there. The next support of this one, we can consider it right here at around 5%. So this is quite ideal, around 2 to 1 risk reward ratio or 2. So it's possible for you to trade this one. Next, Bloom. I think Bloom was moved by the bad news of Okada. As you know, Okada has laid off 1,000 of their employees. No? Let's pray for them and their families that they can find another job, or the company can hire them back. No? But anyway, here, maybe also we can see the 20 EMA as its strong resistance line. Then when the time has come that it has finally broken out, no, the rally continued up to this level. No? So what's the possible resistance line for this one? We'll draw again a Fibonacci here. Maybe I'll draw it here. this area, maybe around this area, right? Okay, then let me just delete this one. So yan, nagmamatch naman yung the retracements from the price, diba, right here. So what is the possible risk-reward ratio for this one? The reward will be around 11%. Then the risk, if you are going to retrace it here, 6. So that's also around 2:1 risk-reward ratio. So yeah, that's it, right? It's quite madami, no? SM, AC, BPI, TEL, URC, Merrimack, Bloom. So if you have any questions about this one, you can watch the video on my Facebook Live. I've discussed their EMA, support resistance line, MACD, RSI. No, I forgot to discuss the volume. Maybe next time if time persists. No, the risk-reward ratio, it's just a part of a strategy or trading plan that we must also have, and that's also the thing that I'm always emphasizing to everyone, especially to my seminars as well. All right. So if you want to learn more about this one, just message me, or I have an upcoming seminar this June 12. It's a whole day seminar, fundamental and more of technical analysis. You can join me there, so that habang the price is still low, you can still study everything. Then if everything will back to normal soon, you can now invest in the right companies, trade in the right companies, position well, and join the momentum right away. Alright, so again, my name is Kevin Autea. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, so that, again, they say the YouTube algorithm are finding its ways for us to connect. Alright, so that's it, and thank you guys for watching.
Kung lumagpas yan, pwede ka na mag-isip-isip kung technical yan naman. Yes. Ibig sabihin, ito yung resistance niya, yung break niya. Hindi mo to alam kung wala kang technical structure. Unlike dito kapag bumili.
Tapos pag bumili ka dyan, tapos pag
Dito?
nag-ano siya ng paakyat, hindi ka nang magpapakyan.
Pwede. Here's a trend, di ba? May line dito eh. Again, kanina yun yung resistance, di ba? Na alam nila hanggang dito lang yung price, kaya bibenta na sila.